Hello and welcome to 5 and 5, where we take 5 minutes to ask industry leaders 5 questions. We are very fortunate to have Jonathan Wan with us today. Jonathan is the Director of Global Marketing for Japan Airlines. Thank you very much for joining us, Jonathan.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Most welcome. So I like to start off with a personal question so that people get to know you a bit better. And since you are in Japan, which is the home of karaoke, I want to know, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Wow. I mean, being an Asian in karaoke, there's like so much like to choose from, right? But I must say that if I were to pick a song right now, it would probably be Wake Me Up When September Ends by Green Day. For obvious reasons, right?
Very good, very good. Okay. So just to kick things off, I guess, you know, the airline industry is one of those, the industries that is being most affected with the COVID situation. What do you think sort of the long-term repercussions will be for the airlines or travel industries?
Right. Well, to be honest with you, I think right now it's really anyone's guess at this stage, right? But I think for us in the industry, we are seeing signs, where digital adoption has accelerated quite a bit in recent months. You know, you have travel providers looking to come up with ways to implement smarter automated solutions, minimizing the need for people-to-people contact. We also have, you'll likely see, smart airports being more widely adopted post-COVID-19 recovery. I know for you in Singapore, you're very spoiled with Changi, where everything is automated and it's a fantastic experience. We foresee that a lot of other airports will start to implement these. And on the passenger side of things, I think that travel services will evolve to become more customer-centric, right? So as we, dealt with COVID-19, it has shown how essential customer services have been towards, like a travel brand. Millions could be invested in branding, but it all goes down the drain if customer service does not live up to the brand promise. Yeah, and I really think that we'll probably see like a higher emphasis on hygiene and sustainability practices within the travel industry, as we're sure that the post-COVID-19 traveler will very likely be a much more discerning traveler.
For sure. So, I mean, how do you see the marketing industry creating experiential magic to reach those behind the screen as we're moving into this new era?
Right. Yeah.
The question we all want to know.
I know, right? And to be honest with you, being in the travel industry, I firmly believe that the importance of a physical experience it cannot be replaced, right? But even with truly good VR, for example, a virtual experience is not yet able to replicate things like tangible aspects of a physical experience, things like taste or textures, touch, for instance. However, like considering the current situation, we do see that, a virtual experience allows us to have a deeper appreciation of the physical experience. So for instance, many of our experiences are essentially memories with emotions, right? If you really break it down to that. And we can recreate those emotions virtually. So for instance, virtual experiences can help people to reminisce their travels, to have them crave for that gentle breeze on the hilltop, or the feel of sand on beneath like their feet. And to me, I think the best thing about virtual experiences is that these emotions can be shared with a wider network, and that fosters community in a time of social distancing. And I think that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very scalable, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you. That's really good. That's really good advice. So actually, do you have any tips for people that are trying to put their marketing into a digital perspective?
Well, I would say that probably most brands that I know are on board, like digital like experience. What I would say though is that as we move to the digital, if you're not like already there, I think it's important to be true to the brand and the brand promise. There are many businesses jumping onto this bandwagon right now, but it's important for us to ask ourselves, how can we fulfill the brand promise virtually during this crisis, and how does that actually add value to people right now? right? How can it be beyond just a marketing gimmick? And if we can't find an answer to that, then perhaps it's a sign that we need to innovate in terms of our business, or maybe we need to explore new opportunities for our business.
Great. Are there any particular innovations or initiatives that you've been particularly impressed with?
Well, not an innovation per se, but I was really impressed with Masterclass response to the COVID-19 situation. So, Masterclass is that online learning platform, featuring celebrity instructors. You'll probably see a lot of their ads on YouTube and things like that. Right?
I subscribe. Guilty.
Oh, you subscribe to that, right? Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. Then you probably know that same experience then. So, its brand's promise, one of its promise is really to help make knowledge available to more people. And as a Masterclass subscriber, you probably received this where the CEO sent an email reinstating their brand promise, right, about making knowledge available, and this is something that no one can take away.
Yeah.
And what was amazing about that was that a lot of CEOs have been sending out messages, but Masterclass's CEO, he sent out the message with a gesture, a very tangible gesture that says that we are all given a free all access.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Amazing.
And to me, this is the perfect example of how a brand can fulfill its brand promise and provide tangible value in a time of crisis right now when people are stuck at home, and this is so relevant. And I would say that another quick shout out that I just kind of want to give out there, right, is really to organizations that are assisting small businesses like mom and pop restaurants or even hawkers in Singapore to transition over to digital, providing them with a new avenue to continue their business through online ordering and delivery. I really think that sometimes the most meaningful initiatives are the invisible ones that people don't really take note of.
That's so true. Okay, thank you very much for your time, Jonathan. We've run out of time. It's been.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've been blabbering a little too much.
Not at all. It was really, really valuable. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
This has been 5 and 5.